Hi, everybody. We want to introduce Dr. Kane Manzira, an American nuclear scientist born in Zimbabwe and living in South Carolina. He has had a 30-year-plus career as a computer engineer, network engineer, telecommunications engineer, as well as surveillance and access controls engineer. He switched careers to become a nuclear scientist in 2015 and is currently researching on advanced burnup in criticality-limited reactors at the University of New Mexico. The research has special focus on micro-modular reactors, MMRs, targeted for space use. His IT background, combined with the new skills and knowledge acquired from nuclear engineering studies, has been an enormous help to spearhead research into the territory of a scientific approach in attempting to find proof of its existence of a human soul. Firstly, how do we define a soul? According to Wikipedia, the soul is the spiritual essence of a person, which includes one's identity, personality, and memories that is believed to be able to survive physical death. In many religious and philosophical traditions, soul means an immaterial aspect or essence of a living being, which is generally applied to humans. Edward Fredkin, a physicist and computer scientist, says, "The soul in every living thing is the informational parts of that thing that are purposefully engaged in the informational aspects of its ability to be conceived or germinate, grow with cells differentiating, grow further in size, move, make use of sensory information, react reflexively, learn, behave instinctually, think intelligently, communicate with other beings, teach, reproduce, evolve, and in general carry out informational interactions, starting with the combining of parental DNA, informational interactions with itself, with things external to itself through senses, actions, constructions, creations, and communications, and with its progeny through contributed DNA. In 2020, Kane carried out an MI experiment to prove that a sphere of 1.73 nanometers can carry 2.2 petabytes of intelligible data. 2.2 petabytes is 2.2 million gigabytes. 2.3 petabytes is what scientists have determined as an average data capacity for a developed human brain. If we can have the sphere holding that much data, then it is plausible that an entity can exist as part of a human being, which we can call the soul. How was this done? A simple analogy can explain this nano capacity. Suppose we take a sphere roughly the diameter of a quarter. In that sphere, signals are passing through and can reach millions of TVs and millions of cell phones. If we divide it by about 1,000,000, we get an invisible sphere size. Those same signals can still pass through the invisible sphere to reach the same number of TVs and cell phones. The challenge was to calculate the maximum capacity of intelligible data that can be packed into that invisible sphere, which in this case was 2.2 petabytes. According to quantum physics laws, particles with different frequencies can occupy the same space in time. Particles can occupy the same quantum space as long as they have different spin, energy, and vector quantity. This is the key to our calculations for nano-intelligence capacity. After achieving the calculations of nano-intelligence capacity, the next challenge was to explain the interaction between neurons and the soul. This can be achievable using quantum spins and states to rapidly transfer information back and forth. Such transfer process is demonstrated and explained in the scientific paper Nano-Intelligence Capacity by Kane Manzira. So after explaining the plausibility of souls to exist, what next? Can we further prove some of the concepts associated with the theory? Well, one concept gives a possible explanation that the soul is made up of radiation-like particles. This leads to another theory related to the soul, that dreams are partially made up of interactions by the soul. Visit this channel to see more about the dreams experiment that Kane is about to conduct.